I'm looking for another guy, and I had offered Nolan a walk-on spot the spring before, but I had not watched one play of his senior year. I had not one play, and I was like, just something. God just put it on my spirit. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pull up Nolan. So I pulled up his huddle highlights, and I watched him, and I was like, I'm trying not to be biased. And I'm watching his tape, and he plays wide. I just watched Kayvon. I just watched Isaiah. And I'm watching this kid, and he's dominating at receiver and at DB. And you got to understand my connection because I grew up in Pelham, and Vestavia was one of our rivals. And Buddy Anderson has been the head coach there for 50-something years. He was the head coach when I was playing. So I've known Buddy Anderson forever. And Vestavia High School has put out hundreds of Division I football players. All right, and so I played with some of them in Alabama. And so after I watched it, I called Buddy Anderson and I said, Coach, I want to ask you something. He had no idea why I was calling. I said, why is nobody recruiting Nolan Turner? And he just it was like I went, it just, burst the bubble. And he was frustrated about it. And he said, Coach, I can't understand it. He's as good a player as I've had in my 50 years here. He said the kid can run. His best football's in front of him. He's a late bloomer, just like his dad was. And so I had all this working knowledge, and I played with KT, and KT was a late bloomer. And so I took the tape down there and pulled it up down there with Brent, and I said, hey, I want you to tell me what you think about this kid. And so Brent watched him, and he's like, I love this guy. Where is he? That's how Brent is. And I'm like, that's all I need to know. And so then I made a call. And I said, hey, I'm coming to see Nolan tomorrow. And so it was a pretty special moment. And so that's what I mean. When I say God worked it out, that just happened. And it wasn't some charity thing. People, some of these storylines that people put out there that, Coach Swinney did this because of his buddy. That all sounds good, but that's not reality. If I didn't have a spot, he wouldn't have got a scholarship. We had 4 guys leave, and we were looking for people, and he earned it. And then he's coming here, and he's and I told him early on. I said, man, let me tell you. Here's what the story. Early on, you're not good enough. You shouldn't be here. We only signed you because Coach is friends with your daddy. Whatever. I was like, man, you're gonna have to have some thick skin and rise above that. I'm telling you, you can play, and you're gonna be a great player. And I talked to him. I'm thankful that I have lots of examples like that. Guys that have come through our program, similar deals, and so he's just done an amazing job. He's a great leader. The cool thing for me is because of what he went through with his dad, he was kind of a very quiet, reserved kid. And his dad and I actually talked about that. That was something KT worried a little bit about. And KT was like that. KT was kind of quiet and reserved until you got to know him. And Nolan, for most of his childhood, he just had it was a challenge seeing his dad the way he did. And so, I think just for me, watching him develop as a man and seeing him, just the smile that he has, his confidence.
That changed.
Because I think early on, it's like he felt like he had all this to prove, and it's hard, especially in today's world with message boards and social media and all these things, these external pressures that get put on these young men. And so just watching him blossom and develop, smile. He's a great teammate. The players love him, and he's just an unbelievably hard worker. And he has bloomed and blossomed at Clemson and had a great career. He's had some big moments, and going to be back next year. He's been an off and on starter for us this year. We kind of consider him a starter, but he's got a chance to really be one of the best leaders on our team next year.
Coach,